One Tree Hill.
Oh my God! All right, yeah, we can talk about.
All right, hey,
One Tree Hill.
Okay, we'll talk about One Tree Hill. All right, hi, welcome back to the podcast. This past weekend we had Greg's bachelor party, up in a little cabin in Vermont.
That's me. I'm Greg.
That's Greg.
Yep.
I'm John.
I'm Colin.
And we're
So Choice.
That was
Colin said his he wasn't sure of his name.
You never know.
I felt like there was a question mark. If there were subtitles, there would have been a question mark at the end
that
of
was
that.
some Ron Burgundy ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Greg's bachelor party. Pretty standard course. Just some drinking, just some debauchery, just some legal smoking.
Where's the debauchery?
I think it's in two with drinking and smoking.
Okay.
Okay.
I also like how you have to say legal smoking. We don't want to cross any state lines or anything.
The worst thing possible would be to, bring some weed across legal state lines to get arrested for trafficking. The real shame if one of the people in the bachelor party was very afraid of that.
Going from one legal state, crossing another legal state into a third legal state.
Heaven forbid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you never know. He could have committed a lot of other crimes, gotten pulled over quick, searched his car.
Yeah, and then they would have found the child in this trunk.
Yeah.
One domino
falls, a lot of things.
Knocks over a bigger domino, and then there you go.
Yeah, there were a lot of things, and the weed just wouldn't have helped.
Yeah.
Even though it's perfectly legal.
Yeah, well, I mean, could have made things worse, though.
So, yeah, I mean,
maybe if he had the weed sooner, he would have not been able to control himself and just would have been high while he was driving. He had to wait until he was closer.
Yeah, it would have helped him get rid of the anxiety.
Yeah, the anxiety about carrying drugs.
Officer, no, I just have anxiety. That's why I'm high right now.
I have anxiety about being high right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of a vicious circle.
So are you high driving? Officer, I have insomnia.
Officer, it's high. I'm driving.
Yeah. John's a good one. I see you.
That was such a delayed
That's
reaction, but I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, Greg, do you want to give your little rundown of the weekend? What was your weekend, birthday boy?
Yeah, Greg's turning married.
Yeah, I was turning married. Everybody called me the birthday boy all weekend. My sister got me a shirt that said "Beer me, I'm getting married," and basically, it did not matter if I had just cracked open a nice cold one. If I didn't have a beer in my hands, everybody just yelled "Beer him" until there was a new beer in my hands. So that was like a big part of the day. I feel like.
Yeah,
it was just kind of constant throughout the entire day. Never stopped. That
shirt is very funny, but not in their intentional way. It's just so funny to have that shirt.
Yeah, wait, Greg, what is the exact text of it again?
It said, "Beer me, I'm getting married."
You can wear that every single day from now until you get married. A little after too, if you want, if you're feeling frisky about it. I think that gets you a beer at a bar 6 out of 10 times.
60% hit rate,
dude. But then,
free beer.
Then you're stuck in just the most awkward conversation about are you nervous? Are you ready to get married?
You take that for a free $10 beer, man.
$10 beer. Where the hell are you drinking?
I mean, I can just be an asshole and just not talk back to them.
You could. You say, "Hey, thanks for the beer, dipshit," and then you give them the finger, and then you walk away.
And then I go, "I'm never getting another beer here."
Yeah,
man. Another free
day. Sorry, I'm taken. Can't you read the shirt?
Yeah.
Do you think if I went back every day though, they would do it?
They would probably think you're homeless because the same guy is coming in with the same shirt every single day, hoping to get a free beer.
Yeah, but if I show that it's clean,
how are you proving? Are you smell it?
Yeah. I bring it in the dry cleaner bag.
They probably just think that's
like a ceremony.
Yeah, put it on in there and then say free beer, please.
Greg, I only think this furthers the homeless idea because you're coming in with a plastic bag with your one shirt in it and you're putting it on.
No, it's on a hanger, in the.
Okay, it's your one hanger, dude. It's not helping your case, man.
I'm starting to think that your dry cleaning bill might go over than your free beer, and you end up losing.
Yeah, that's
money.
A good point. Diminishing returns.
That's a really good point. I didn't think about that.
Unless you're faking it, and then in which case, even more likely homeless.
In which case, I could just wash it like normal at my house, but I could put it in the dry cleaning bag to make it look like it's been dry cleaned.
I would just buy a beer, man. I would just buy the beer.
That's your idea.
Yeah, but it gets to a point.
You said 60% of the time I get free beer.
Yeah, then don't worry about the fucking cleanliness of the shirt, man. Just take the fucking free beer and say thank you.
The 40% of the time where I don't get a free beer and they actually just make me pay, I'm going to be really salty.
Also, just don't go to the bar every single day, you alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like maybe once or twice a week.
I'm just trying to get my money's worth, and by
You
that I
didn't
mean
pay
my
for the damn
non-money's
shirt.
worth.
It was a gift.
I know.
Everything in here has been free.
Yeah, you're right. It's all gravy at this point.
It's
I'm
been
not- I
gravy.
paid this-
You're the fucking gravy buffet, all right? Just fucking say thank you and then get on with it.
You're right. You're right. All right. So from here on out, I think the wedding's in like, I don't know, 5 months or something like that. 6
That's a
months?
lot of free
Plenty
beers,
time.
man.
That's a lot of free beers. It's like 20 free beers at least.
I mean, sure, like Hope might get like really annoyed with like the 10th time that you guys go out together and you're wearing the same damn shirt, but once it starts hitting, then she get like
Sure.
it's kind of like none of her shut up.
And she would get also stuck in those crappy conversations with strangers.
Mhm.
And not even get the free drink.
Yeah, I mean, she's the ball and chain. She's I'm getting married to. I don't know why I said what. Instead of who.
That thing I'm getting married to.
I'm in who, but
But yeah, guys, any highlights of the weekend you want to mention before we
So let's
Likely move
start.
on.
Let's start with night one. We watched Rudy.
oh yeah,
Oh my
God,
god, I
this
forgot
movie-
about that.
we were so high. We were like, let's watch one of these DVDs we got.
Yeah, so Greg has just an assortment of VHS tapes, DVDs, like probably nothing past 2008.
I think that's safe to say. Oh, and then
Nah,
this scene,
maybe like 2012.
we are
Okay.
in like a true cabin in the woods.
No, I'm pretty sure like The Dark Knight Rises is up there. So like that was like 2012.
The Dark Knight is.
You
Dark
can
Knight
see that.
Rises is not. Dark Knight came out in 2008, 2009. John's phenomenal call.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, around then, there are a bunch of movies.
Okay, but there's a bunch of old, like a lot of classics.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird picks for a bachelor party. We went with like a football movie. That's
Yeah.
kind of like a normal.
People like Rudy.
Oh.
Everyone knows about Rudy. People know that
Colin had
shit.
never seen it before. Some other guys hadn't seen it before. I haven't seen it in like
Yeah, I hadn't seen it in a
since I
long
was like
time.
12.
It did not hold up.
No, it
It's way worse
sucks.
than I
It
remembered.
is so bad.
The amount of time, dude, every 20 minutes, it's just Colin just going, when do they play football? Because they don't play football for
For
the
like an
entire
hour and
like,
a half,
first
man.
3 quarters.
Dude,
Crazy.
and then
You basically just find out how Rudy's just kind of shitty at football, but he tries really hard.
And he's just
That's it.
annoying. He's a pest.
Yeah.
He sucks.
it's also just like Rudy, like it's like a Rudy like boy harem movie where like he's constantly bouncing boy like male love interest to male love interest in like every
Yeah.
new setting he goes to.
Oh, yeah, I forgot his
No
girlfriend started
idea.
dating his brother, too.
Yeah, his girlfriend was the most loveless relationship that he was in. His boy Pete, I mean, he would have died for him. If you had half the heart that Rudy had, he'd be in the NFL
I
right
didn't
now.
know that the first like 20 minutes of this football underdog story was essentially a boy to boy love story between these two high school friends that go and work in a steel mill. Like the
Yeah.
love I saw was probably the most genuine connection I've seen on film in a long time, and it really took me back because when Pete exploded in the fucking steel mill, I felt something, and it was part of it was when's he gonna play football, but the part of it was like, oh shit, I feel bad for him. He lost his husband.
It's just such a crazy scene. Like, you're like, there's no way they're going to blow him up in a steel mill explosion. And then he does.
And then he
You're like,
does.
all right, come on.
Well, it is based on a true story, so.
I know, but it just doesn't seem like that likely.
Yeah,
It
so
seems
is
crazy.
Peyton
And then
Gay,
he
John. Have you
just
seen?
rebounds as soon as he gets to college with John Favreau,
Yeah, D-Bob.
who,
Dude,
by the
Bob.
way, he looks so weird.
I was enamored by him the entire time. I kept saying this. He looked like a porcelain doll. Like, and someone's like, I just like get a little like cloth and go, and his like rosy fucking red cheeks were just shining. Like he was just like waxed up right before filming, and his hair was like perfectly still. He looked like a sculpture. He looked like a sculpture from Poland or something. It was weird. He gave like Eastern European like lawn jockey vibes. It was very disturbing. And then he was just parading around this like socially inept like 5'2" kid to like try to pick up tail the entire time. But then I think he found out the real love he wanted to find was in Rudy the entire time. But then he had to go to law school, and so that kind of sucked for their relationship.
Well, yeah.
he ended up with the.
Yeah, he ended up with that ugly girl.
Yeah, she's ugly because she has glasses.
Yeah.
That's how they do it.
Yeah, but they didn't even
yeah.
do the thing where like she takes off the glasses. She's hot. They were just like, no, she's ugly and she has glasses.
Yeah. She has glasses and like hasn't gotten her hair done in like a week.
She has
and like,
frizzy hair.
her hair isn't like nicely, freshly flat ironed.
So ugly.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
her hair is incredibly dry in fucking like Indiana, where fucking Notre Dame is in the winter. Yeah, she's freakishly ugly.
Yeah, she just needs like a little bit of conditioner and like some contacts, and you're like, wow, what a looker.
Good for you, John Favreau. Favreau. What's his name?
What was that?
What's his name?
John Shatner? What were you trying to say?
Shire.
John Favreau.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, bad movie overall. I guess the ending was kind of cool when he's like on their shoulders. And they're all
but like it was garbage time. They were up by 20. It's not like he went in there and saved the game by getting the sack. Like,
Why didn't they just kneel the ball? Why didn't the offensive team just kneel the ball?
Yeah, I don't know.
They wanted points, man.
They were like on their own 20.
Stat padding.
Dude, I couldn't like if that happens today, they just fucking kneel it. The coaches come out with the clock still burning. They shake hands and they go fuck off. And then also they didn't do the one thing you're supposed to do with any like period piece documentary about like a real person. They didn't give you like this is what happened to Rudy afterwards.
That's true. They didn't do that.
I'm so
they
curious.
gave like one thing, didn't they?
Because the whole thing is like
it was no one else has been carried off the field. That was all they did.
Well,
Which
Notre Dame hasn't won
true,
shit all since then, so no shit.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is like
bad movie. We were high too, so we were like in the zone.
Dude,
we
I
were, like,
wanted to like it.
I was like
man.
really excited for it at first.
Yeah.
And then as we were watching, I was just like, man, this was probably a mistake.
and it dragged.
Yeah,
Dude,
it is
like,
dragging. I don't even think we were really watching at most points. Talking through
I was
it.
high, so I thought I thought like I'm like hearing things wrong, but like anytime Rudy tried to like make a case for himself, it was the worst shit I've ever heard in my entire life. It was so unconvincing. He essentially went up to like Bill Belichick and it was like, "Hey, let me play for the Patriots. I led my town of 500. I led our varsity team in tackles one year. What are you, stupid?
People breaking into people's offices and like fucking just like
And then like
harassing the shit out of people.
he also like he left his like loveless, sexless relationship with a woman because she wanted to buy a home because they know like hey, like you're not going to college. I'm working now. You're 22. Let's just like buy a house and have a life together. And he said, no, I'm gonna go to college. At first, it was like just to play football, which is like the most juvenile shit you could possibly do. Brother, you're 22. Get a fucking job. All right. And then he goes to college until he's 26. And by the time he's like 24 or 25, he goes, oh yeah, I'll get a job too. He just wanted to go get the Notre Dame degree that costed as much as a house just to play football. He wasn't thinking about any kind of job prospects. He was going to go back to the steel mill right after.
Well, his dad like owned the steel mill. I mean, he could always go back there.
Yeah.
But like he was like, yeah, I want to go back after playing football. Dude, go be like an accountant, man.
Yeah, I wonder what his major was.
Oh, come on. Did you see? He didn't have the grades. Were you not watching?
He got the grades. All right, they figured out the grades thing.
From Notre Dame, though.
John Favreau got him the grades, man. All right, that's why they became lovers.
He cheated. No way.
Of course he did. It was also back then. It's probably like 2 + 2.
They didn't know the Pythagorean theorem.
Dude, every 5 years there's like patch notes to math. Imagine what it was back then. It was they probably just figured out. They're like, hey, we fucking dusted off a scroll and blew on it, and it was Pythagoras' theorem right there. Guys, this is gonna change triangles forever.
I feel like you're getting really heated about
this.
He
is so fired up about the Pythagorean theorem right now.
I just like everything about he needs a father figure, man. And that motherfucker is stuck in the steel mill. All right, he was running around like a chicken with his head cut off for like 10 years.
I mean, his dad didn't really seem to like him that much.
Right.
He wasn't as good as his brother,
Frank.
Yeah, dude, Frank was almost all conference if he had a heart.
If he had half the heart Rudy did.
What did Rudy do after graduating from Notre Dame? Launched a career as a motivational speaker, author, and entrepreneur. He became known for his involvement in a pump and dump scheme. I was gonna say this sounds like fucking like a pump and dump like Jordan Belfort motherfucker. I knew it, this motherfucker.
Damn, what a fall from grace.
You know what? I would believe that he knew nothing about what was happening.
He came off dumb.
Like, guys, I'm gonna go to bed.
Go to bed, y'all.
I imagine it's like that.
You get
Rudy was
Rudy.
like a Bitcoin situation in like the 80s.
It was a crypto scheme.
You get Rudy from football and hawk to a girl in a room and just like spar in the marketplace of ideas. You can't imagine the shit they're coming up with. It's gonna make moves. It's gonna be seismic.
I wonder what Rudy could motivate her to do.
Dude, dream blunt rotation for financial advice. Rudiger. By the way, crazy that his name is Rudy Rudiger. I thought Rudiger was like a play on, or Rudy was a play on Rudiger.
I think it is.
No, because his dad calls him Rudy. His first name's like Dan or something.
Yeah,
but like they call him Rudy.
I thought his name was
It's Daniel Eugene Rudiger, but everyone just calls him Rudy Rudiger, which is funny. All right, Rudy Rudiger, hawk to a girl, Jordan Belfort, and the Firefest guy, dude. Dude, we're making
in a prison cell.
we're moving
Get
mountains.
the situation in there.
Dude, like in a think tank, you know, with Shark Tank, but it's those four guys.
And they don't have much money. You have
No,
to give
they
them
lost
money.
it all, but like they're willing to invest or be at least the face of a crypto pumping
And
scheme.
you actually do not want them to invest, because if they do invest, it's a scam.
If they think they understand your product, that's how you kind of like foolproof it. It's like a
they're
gut check.
Shit. All right, back to the drawing board. These guys should not know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
But also, besides Rudy, we watched some other interesting things. Quite an
Don't
eclectic
you just want to
spread.
get high, and just watch a school shooting episode of a TV show with your friends?
I need to preface. This was all Greg.
So no.
Yes. Yes.
Hold on. All right. So in the house in Vermont, okay, there's no internet, so we got a lot of DVDs, movies, everything up there, TV shows. All right. So One Tree Hill, we have the whole box set of
I
that
caught my
TV
eye.
show.
I'm not gonna lie.
1 through 9.
When we first sat down and we're like, all right, like what do we do? Greg, it caught my eye like it was like a gold medallion.
It's right on.
It's
right on top.
Friday
So 1 through
position.
9, and so I jokingly said, "Oh yeah, you guys want to watch One Tree Hill? Let's start with season 3, episode whatever."
Yeah, crazy that you had the.
So that we can watch the school shooting episode of the show. I said it as a joke.
But then you said it
every
like
time,
12
but then
more
every time
times.
you guys,
with our friend who was a teacher.
because every time you guys kept asking what to watch, I jokingly kept bringing up that we should watch that episode. I didn't think you guys were ever going to go for it. I
Dude,
thought I
you
was
can't
keeping
bring it
the
up
joke
that many
going.
times and expect us not to go.
And also,
Yes.
I didn't care what episode you wanted to watch. I just wanted to watch One Tree Hill. I was just very
You didn't
intrigued
get
by the
zero
show.
basketball in the 2 episodes that we watched.
That was
the
my
school
thing.
shooting episode.
You chose that episode. I wanted to start with the pilot.
No, you didn't. You never
Yes, I
once
did.
suggested that.
Yes, I
Did
did.
you hear him suggest the pilot?
I don't know, man.
It's
Never.
tough.
No
Greg,
way.
it's tough to
It
fucking
was late
say.
in that day.
It's tough to say when you're like, oh, the school shooting episode. Every goddamn time I bring up the show.
I just was really beating that dead horse, The joke hit the first time, and I just kept going with it.
I think it's
Every
more of a
time we brought it up.
shock factor.
And then- Greg, you were loving it though. Like every time something would happen, Greg would be like, "Okay, so the reason that he did that was because his wife is trying to kill his brother, but he thinks that his brother's trying to kill him, and then they set fire to his brother's store." And we're like,
I think the reason I got so excited about telling you this is because I didn't realize how crazy it is, like how absurd the show is, until you just have to do it like lore dump the entire show in like an hour.
That was my biggest
There's just a
takeaway.
lot of information.
That was my biggest takeaway by far. Is like I think we have an untapped content stream that is literally just getting Greg high and having him watch one of his niche shows and then giving him a soapbox. Like handing a man.
Greg was holding court, dude. He was.
And we were like jaws
The
were
water
dropped,
was coming
dude.
out of his ears. He was going like, "Oh, she's also in a different show, and in that show, things are happening." Like, it was like 3
saying
different
that.
layers. Like
Like it was incredible. It was like it's something that I think we will have to do. And we'll do our best for the editing.
you were loving it. You were loving every second of it.
Dude,
you were
not-
so engrossed.
You could hear a pin drop, John. The room was loving it. Like I was just in rapid. Like I'm seeing a showman take flight. I was seeing like someone do what he was put on this planet to do, and that's Greg talking about the niche shows that he watches that no one else has for like 15 years.
I feel like One Tree Hill is not a niche show. It's
It
just a little
definitely
bit
is now, man.
And then
I mean, now, but
all right, so at the end, school shooter, spoiler alert for a very old show, kills himself. And then everyone was like, "Oh, crazy! Like, what if like this?" And no one heard Greg go like, "Oh, just wait, guys." And then you guys were all so shocked. You're like, "Oh, dude, what if this guy just kills his brother right now?" Yeah, that would be hilarious. While he's pointing the gun at his brother. The room exploded at that moment.
Yeah, and then Greg goes, well, see, if you had watched the 3 prior seasons, there'd be all of these little breadcrumbs that lead up to this. It's like, we don't fucking know this,
obviously,
man.
that's how storytelling
All
works.
the breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Don't do drugs, kids.
So, I mean, yeah, I think...
It'll lead you to watch One Tree Hill with your friends on your bachelor party.
I think we'll... If they're great,
we were so cooked at that point. Like
Yeah,
it was
holy
a
shit.
long day.
Yeah, it was like 11 o'clock at night after we started drinking at like 11 o'clock in the morning. It was a long day.
What else, boys? Anything noteworthy?
We could talk about our Survivor experience.
That's, I think, the big win is playing Survivor in person. You know, you guys are huge fans of the show.
I gotta say, I gotta throw it out to CBS and Survivor as a whole for the game that they made, the board game. Honestly, kind of fire. I really enjoyed playing it.
We made it way
better.
By like actually we were like, all right, when the vote coming up
to do that.
I don't know, it didn't say anything about it. But when a vote came up, we would all like go separate and try and like make deals and like talk to people and like put a blind side out and stuff. Made it way more interesting.
John, I think
made me hate like half of you guys.
Dude. I think
was so mad at me.
We are all just a bunch of lying, conniving pieces of shit. Nobody's word was real.
Colin got so mad at me for doing the exact same thing that me and Colin had just done to Greg like 10 minutes before.
Disagree. I'm gonna say I think the real win though is outside of the board game, the drinking Survivor game that we created off the backs of that. I think if we get a second go around and we get 12 people, that'd be like a fun day.
It's just because the board game doesn't actually have any challenges where you can like win immunity and stuff. So yeah, we made it so that we could have
picture like an immunity challenge, but like a drinking game where it's like beer pong or something like that, or flip cup, or like 2 tribes play against each other. You know, that kind of thing.
I think that was a hit. I think we like carve out a day this summer, and we like just do that.
We have to start with it. I think our problem was we really died out. 2 people went home because went home because they just like wanted to be voted out.
But you know what? That happens.
We can't.
That happens though.
No. Your biggest problem was you voted me out first.
We did vote out.
Our hands were tied. All right.
Our hands were not tied. I was the birthday boy. If I am no longer a part of the game, nobody is as interested in the game anymore because it's what I want to do. So I wasn't doing it, so nobody cared about the game anymore.
Listen,
John and I didn't want to get voted out
before, and it was so choice, and then our other friend. Obviously, he's gonna feel like he's fucked. He also had just watched us play the previous Survivor game for like 30 minutes and didn't actually get to play.
And John and I didn't want to get voted out. So,
and it's great.
I'm not going home.
Yeah.
And did he help you win challenges? No, he did not.
Sure didn't.
No, he did not.
Yeah, we were right back there, back at Tribal, and then he had an extra vote, and so I had to vote.
You snaked me. You didn't even think about the logistics. We still would have won.
What's crazy is I then survived again after a tribe swap, and then I survived again.
After the merge,
I was kind of like a little cockroach.
Yeah, you were playing.
I might have made it to the end because like people were gonna take me because everyone hated me. I had every single person that got voted out was my enemy.
I will say I was shocked at how immediately I like just engrossed by like the social aspect of the game. I dove right in immediately.
It was good. You in the first game you grew too powerful. We had to take you out. as soon as it became a game where we were like talking to each other and making plans, you started like pushing votes. And I was like, no, we can't let him get to the end.
I'm in my office in Greg's bedroom, and so I would just go, John, meet me in my office, please, and just pull you away.
My problem was, all right, fucking Greg was like the most erratic player in that first game. He would just do whatever the last conversation was.
That's not always true.
Because everyone would tell you something different, and you just be like, I don't know what's going on, and then you just like pick one.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's the last one I did. I went, all right, everybody has a different plan. I'll just pick which plan I like best, and then I just did it.
You were the worst to try and like ally with.
Yeah. I was really banking on birthday boy privileges of you guys not wanting to go against me, but that didn't really work.
Greg, it's Survivor.
Yeah. I mean, you betrayed me, so like I was already out.
Greg and I were hurt when you betrayed us, though. All right, we talked about it a lot. Then we flipped on you.
You betrayed Greg with me.
No,
The second game.
Yeah, the second game.
Talking about the first game.
The second game, we had a plan. John, you flipped on our plan. It didn't. You didn't like backstab us, but like the vote didn't go how it was supposed to go. And then Greg and I immediately were like, "We got rid of John. We can't trust him."
Listen, how do you know it was my votes that
the game really tests friendships, you know? You know?
And we were very susceptible to that. And I think the pressures that come with it.
Yeah, dude, if you voted against me for like one vote, I'm like, I hate
You're
you
dead.
so much. Like you fucking snake.
I couldn't imagine living on a fucking island with those people like having to like go to sleep afterwards.
Dude, honestly playing the game, I'm like, man, maybe I wouldn't be as good at Survivor as I thought.
You said that immediately.
Yeah. Well, no, and also because I found out now that it's a 45-minute boat ride between where their beaches are and where the challenges are, and I would get so seasick doing that, so I could never go on Survivor.
That's heartbreaking for you.
And it really is.
And then imagine doing one of those challenges where you're just out on the sea. Like,
oh my god, we're just
Greg's throwing up, waiting for his turn to go.
Yeah, no, I
You're like, it's fine, guys. I'll just do the puzzle. All right.
Actually, it would be so funny to watch Greg out there with those goofy ass glasses with the fucking things on the sides.
And you know what? I'm a pretty good swimmer. I would love like a good swimming challenge, but yeah, no, me just standing on a barge.
Or like the little triangles that you have to stand on as long as you can. Yeah.
And then Jeff's just like, "Oh, we got some wind coming," and I'm.
And then Greg's throwing up on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you.
Like a 45-minute boat ride. That is not a short amount of time.
No,
that's a pretty long time.
You're probably going pretty quick though, which I think makes it better.
It does. I don't know what the Fijian ocean is like. I don't know if it's rough seas or not.
I think it depends on the weather.
Monsoon season, is that a thing?
Honestly, I think it'd be fine. The second game I came out on my own. The first game I struggled. I think I had too hard of an anti-Colin stance right off the rip.
You did.
So Colin and Mike immediately voted for me, and then I couldn't recover.
You voted for me
too fast.
I just imagine if I was actually on Survivor, there'd be a confessional of me just going, I have no idea if anybody's lying to me or not. Like, I have no idea who's telling me the truth.
No, I when I was getting votes, I knew I was getting votes, dude. I knew 1,000% when I was getting one home.
I was very upfront with who I was voting for, because I would just be like, I don't want to talk to you.
Dude, we were in a group of 4, and then Colin walks up to us, and then like kind of nods, like shakes his head no, and then walks away into another group, clearly working against us.
No, I just had people I wanted to talk to.
You made it pretty obvious.
No, I made it really obvious when I walked up to a group of 3 people and I said, "Okay, I talked to everyone in this group that I want to talk to, and there's one person there who I didn't talk to yet."
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the fact that we're doing this within like 5 minutes also makes it like Survivor. You have a whole day to like make plans and like get the feel for people.
Well, less time now that I think about that. They have a 45-minute commute there and back.
You still have a whole damn day.
But like me, I talked to Greg first, and then I talked to everyone else, and I can't talk to Greg again. Like,
no,
you guys don't know what he's doing.
You can't always talk shop. I think people find you very annoying. I think that's my biggest learning is you gotta actually like get to know them and just chill. And also, I think one thing,
dude, we're our friends.
Yeah,
we don't have to do that.
I know, but I'm saying like the added time that they have in the show, they're not always talking shop. They're not always strategizing.
No.
They're the most annoying person on the planet.
No, that's why they can fit like all of it into like the 1-hour episode.
Exactly. Also, we didn't have like hidden idols actually around the house, so there weren't times where like some people were just like out and leaving, and that leads to some easy, unknowingly like conniving time.
Dude, you know what would have been sick is if we had like hid an immunity idol like underneath the pong table or something like that. Like it was
I think like next time.
This is
next
the
time
biggest
we
thing
do
we
that.
need. If we're doing this again, like another like a whole day where we're doing this, we need a probes. We need someone to run the game, keep people like focused, engaged, and to like
hide the idols.
Like hide a clue, hide an advantage. A beware advantage would be sick.
I can't wait to put a scroll in somebody's chips.
We need a real necklace of some sort, like a chain.
Ooh, it's like the beer tabs. Like the
Sure.
Little can things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do
Sure.
that.
They're like ears. Like a
You want
trophy.
to make it into like chainmail?
Well, like a beers he killed.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Sorry,
Why
I'm
make one?
spitballing here.
No, go ahead and make one then.
Our biggest problem is we didn't have anyone run. We were gonna like the first person voted out, Greg. Greg didn't feel like running the game. I don't think.
No, I was mad. You guys voted me out.
But also, I did like Redemption Island, where you guys have to 1v1 to stay alive.
Yeah, Colin did not miss.
It was really easy.
Yeah. Come on, dude. He's the birthday.
I missed like twice, okay? You just never missed. I don't know how you guys were playing that game for like 40 minutes.
Dude, I was out so long before everyone else.
Yeah.
I was just sitting inside with you guys trying to mend fences because you had to vote for me to win.
You were doing jury management.
that was 1,000% it. I was trying to convince Colin that there was no other way, even though I could have still not voted for Colin and been fine.
Yeah, we both would have made it out still.
Yeah. We could have.
It's a tough sell, John. Not gonna lie.
I was flustered.
So, Greg, how did you like it? How did you like your bachelor party?
It was good. It was good. I mean, it rained like
A lot.
Weather stunk.
It rained a lot for the main day of the weekend, but
It was beautiful
Other
for the
than-
day where it was like just the three of us hanging out.
yeah, when we got there first, it
It was
was beautiful.
gorgeous.
Just hanging out the whole day. Everybody else gets there, pouring rain
Yeah.
all day long.
Maybe a sign.
Like the tent collapsed under the weight of the water on it, and the garage started to
You
flood.
couldn't get in the garage without going through like the biggest
Yeah,
puddle.
you had to jump like a 4-foot puddle to
Mhm.
get into the garage. The basement of the house had some water in it.
Did
There was some flooding. Yes,
Oh.
yes. I went and checked right before we were all leaving. I was like, oh, I should check and see if any of that water went in. It did. It's a little damp down there. So yeah, a lot of water. But other than that, good time.
Yeah, I did get the sense we were getting a little cabin fevery.
Dude,
Watching One Tree Hill and
it's tough, man. It's not a big place. There's only a few rooms. When you have to stay inside, it gets a little tough.
it was like 3 rooms,
Yeah.
and like we only used one.
There's also like zero service.
Yeah, so me and Greg didn't have to worry about that. But
Verizon,
literally everyone else didn't have service.
Mhm.
Colin was jonesing to use his phone.
I had to, man. I got a fucking fantasy league that I got for F1 that I got to make sure my picks are in for.
Your boy won again.
I know. I maxed out points. I had a great weekend.
Dude, all right, switching the conversation over to F1.
F1 talk.
It's only because for this one thing, I saw a pundit say that someone in the higher ups of Aston Martin said that Lawrence Stroll really truly believes that Lance Stroll is a championship driver. And that made me incredibly, incredibly sad.
You know,
That it's not just a placeholder. I'm going to let my son race while we are working on building a championship car. It's just like, no, he really thinks his son is going to be the one to drive that car to the top.
You know what, Greg? That's very funny because I saw another article about Lance Stroll where he literally threw a tantrum and was swearing at his team members
Mhm.
and throwing things.
Yeah, I mean,
Same
I'm
week.
not a big fan of him.
John,
I do not think he's the future of the team in any sense, but his dad owns the team, so I guess
Greg, as
That's all that matters.
as an Aston Martin fan, that's got to also hurt because it kind of like absolutely squashes any like hopes you have of like ever winning
Yeah.
anything because your team is
Never,
like,
never, at least not a constructor. Maybe a driver, but
Yeah,
the only
it's
priority
another-
is Lance.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is hilarious because they were like, we're gonna throw like so much money at Max Verstappen that he has to sign.
Yeah,
with
they
us."
were like $1 billion, but they're
And then
going
people
to
are like, he's replacing Lance, and like, right?
no,
right?
he's not.
It's
He's
like,
going to yeah, it's going to be
See ya,
Lance and
Alonso.
Max. Yeah, the fuck, man, it's really disheartening.
But also,
They
I
will
think it's
never
weird
win.
that like they are sticking with Fernando. Does he just bring in like insane money?
He's good.
Yeah.
Is he
better
still?
than Lance every race.
I think it's so difficult to judge drivers on like clearly shit teams.
Look, Lance isn't like
You got to
bottom of the barrel, but like he's fighting for points. He's not fighting for podiums. That's his, I think, top out level.
Yeah.
If he has a decent car, he's fighting to get like. If he gets a 5th place, it's like wow, Lance had
I mean-
the race of his life. But if like he gets 9th or 10th, it's like wow,
They,
good race.
they had a good car for like half of last year,
and he didn't even really do
he
much.
wasn't that
Alonso was the one who was grabbing 3rd places and top.
There was like
top
one
up.
time he qualified like 4th, and everyone was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
Because like
He's just not good enough.
in the same vein though, and John, like no offense, I'm really struggling to figure out if Lewis is washed or not.
So the problem with Lewis was the regulation changes. Like 4 or 5 years ago, they do not suit him at all, and he just hasn't been the same driver since.
What, like the car changes that happened when Red Bull started taking off?
So like, yeah, his whole thing was like late on the brakes and then pushing out of corners, and he can't do that with the new regulations. So like, he kind of lost like all his edge, which kind of stinks. He's still good,
Yeah,
but like,
because he's just never
he's not-
gonna
he's
win
not,
now.
like, the GOAT anymore.
Yeah. I just thought that he would have gotten a little bit more familiar with
Like,
Ferrari
used to
by
it.
now. We're like a third of the way through the season.
It takes time, man.
I know it does. I don't know. He's one of the greatest drivers of all time. I just thought he would be able to get used to a new car.
Or
bit
with
He's
the
been
better.
in that
regulations,
Mercedes for a
too.
long time.
Yeah, or the regulations. Though. I feel like he should have been adapting to it more. I know he's in the twilight of his career, but he has 20 years in the game, and this isn't his first regulations change.
It might be like an ego thing where he doesn't want to change. I mean, he's been like the top guy for so long.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ferrari's a fucking mess, dude. Every week it's a new radio like call of just like something being going absolutely wrong, and just our guys looking like absolutely.
Well, at least you're not
But-
like Max, who's like fucking T-boning cars like George Russell now,
Yeah,
that was
him purposely driving
like straight
into
into it.
another driver.
Yeah, slowing down to let him pass, and as he's passing, just speeds up and drives straight into the side
That
of
is
him.
How is that only
Insane.
a 10-second penalty? What the fuck are we talking about?
Well, he got some penalty points. I think he's one away from
Ooh,
a race
he's
ban.
one
close to
away
a
from a
suspension.
punishment.
He'll get suspended if he does anything else.
Dude,
I guess.
we gotta have like someone take a fall. We gotta have someone just absolutely troll Max Verstappen, like just fuck with him.
Dude, the worst part about that accident though is the fucking fact that George Russell now has just the absolute moral high ground, and I don't think he annoys me. So
You're not a George guy.
no, I'm not a George.
Is he
guy.
too posh for you?
Annoys me.
He is so British.
He just thinks, yeah, maybe that is maybe
He's
that's
such a
it.
Tory.
I was gonna try and go into more of like his vibe, but maybe his vibe is just too British for
He's
me.
an absolute old Englishman. Like
He's very posh,
Tory.
very very posh.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's my biggest problem with him.
It's crazy because like Lando is like by far the richest Brit, and he's not even anywhere.
Hamilton.
Sorry, family. I think.
Okay.
Like comes from the most money.
Yeah, like by
Okay,
like a
okay.
country mile,
Oh.
and he's like
Why-
not
what-
nearly as
what-
like posh
what-
as Russell.
Is his family like royalty? Are they like some duke of something?
No, they're
There are dukes everywhere around there.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, maybe he's, I don't know, some wealthy landowner.
I don't know, but dude, Drive to Survive is gonna be sick this year. This episode with this is gonna be great.
What if they just don't talk about it? They just
All
talk
right,
about
here we go.
Piastri wins again.
Here we go, boys.
What?
Also, Piastri is better than Norris. I'll say it.
He is,
100%.
but he
That's
is.
not even a
He just
question.
He's by far more consistent.
Yeah.
He actually has the clutch gene. He like
Yeah.
He doesn't like let his emotions get the best of him.
whenever Max is around, Norris crumbles like a fucking leaf.
Yeah.
And,
All right.
and Max knows it and like presses that button every single time. He's just like, "Fuck you, Lando. I'm going past you.
100%. All right,
You're not better than me."
number one richest family in F1 are the Strolls, 3.8 billion
Yeah.
for
That
Lawrence.
checks out.
Checks
Number
out.
2 is Lando.
Okay.
Lando's dad is the CEO of he was CEO behind Pure Electric, and then he retired. Financial industry
Okay.
heavyweight, Norris worth over 250 million.
That's quite a big step down. The Strolls really do have a lot of money.
Dude, yeah,
compared
Billy
to
is
Christ.
crazy. I mean, there's a reason why like
On the team.
Yeah, there's a
yeah,
reason that they own
Norris
a whole
doesn't
team.
own the team.
Yeah, yeah.
Verstappen's
Dude, if he
3.
owned McLaren,
Yeah. Verstappen's
Maybe
3.
maybe Mazepin would have been up there.
Definitely.
Our Russian oligarch.
He probably would have been number 1. Max is 3, which sucks because he's actually super talented. I usually like my Nepo babies to be pretty shit and easy to kind of discern.
Like the Mick Schumachers of the world.
Yes. He is very
Yeah.
good. I have to take that.
Dude, if Lewis
Um,
Hamilton has a son and he races, I hope he's garbage.
Lewis Hamilton?
No, if he has a son, yeah. I hope
Why?
his son isn't good. No, it's too much. You can't be that
Are
good.
you-
I don't
ooh,
like
do
these
you-
dynasties.
Do you root against like Charlie Woods? You don't want Charlie Woods to be good?
Yeah, I don't really care. But like, I don't want Bronny James to be like the greatest of all time, but I don't think he will.
No way,
Oh,
Greg.
you don't think so?
Greg,
No, but like, I'm
don't
glad
worry,
that Michael
I think
Jordan's
you're
sons.
covered.
I'm glad that Michael Jordan's sons weren't like that great.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great at like dating, but
Dating his teammates.
dating.
His teammates'
so
wife.
yeah, dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife.
They are elite at dating.
Yeah.
Kimmy Antonelli is 4. Signs is 5.
Dude, give him
That's where it
5
is.
years, he'll be in Ferrari. I'm calling my shot.
Kimmy?
Antonelli.
Yeah, he's Italian, dude. It's in his blood.
He's very good.
When Lewis is gone, he'll be in.
Yo, when is Charles holding you guys back?
No.
Dude, he's crazy because he is so talented, but he gets fucked over.
Yeah.
More than
I feel like it's more
ever seen.
Ferrari's fault.
And like we've never actually had the fastest car for like 10 races in the entire time I've watched F1. And like he was good, he was winning races.
Remember how
like, since
fast
then,
you
you
guys
haven't had
were
the strong
like
car.
the first
He's not
race like 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was awesome. Dude, him and Max, oh, that was awesome.
I do love Fred Vasseur.
But like it's like if we had a car like McLaren, Leclerc would easily be like champion.
Yeah, I think if you put Charles in the McLaren like right now, I think he's
champion.
I think he's
Oh, maybe Piastri's
I don't
pretty
know.
good, dude.
Yeah, I think it's a competition. I don't think it's like, oh, he's blowing them out of the water, but I think Charles would win.
There are times, guys, now that I've discovered the sport, that I kind of wish I got into driving as a kid. They're all kind of my stature, except for George Russell.
Yeah, dude. If you were in a cart when you're like 6 years old,
Dude, do you guys
could have been somebody?
My sister's 5'3". Her husband 5'6". They're my nephew.
Parting jeans.
He's only 1 year old. I'm
D1 jeans
expecting
for
him to be-
drivers.
I need him to be small.
So you got to either put him in a cart or put him on a horse. Those are like the two
Yeah.
small people jobs.
I'd rather put him in a car. I don't want
Jockeys make a lot of money.
dirty.
That is-
Cars run their horses.
That is funny. Like the worst case scenario for Greg is if this kid is like 5'10".
Yeah, if my nephew's
nothing to me.
5'10", not big enough for like basketball
Yeah.
or like football.
Hey, he could be like a running back. He could be good.
Your
He could be that
jeans?
one white running back.
Greg, I'm not seeing a lot of quick twitch muscles in the Silva household.
You don't know me well enough. You never see me drop something on the table and catch it real quick.
Yeah.
You can see Greg and Camp Ellis, bro. You don't know the athlete.
Did he quit?
Yeah. As long as my ankles hold
No,
up.
he didn't quit. He got hurt.
Oh.
Mhm. Yeah, I sprained my ankle, so I couldn't run.
Nothing like
anymore.
all the boys running out to practice. Greg on the back of a flatbed, just fucking sitting there next to the water, chilling out. While we're all
D1
trying to-
I'm
dreams.
sure the water didn't fall over.
D1
I held on
dreams.
to it and sat backwards in the truck and watched you guys run towards me while the truck drove ahead.
We're running after water like a fucking a donkey chasing a carrot.
Mm-hmm. It was fine.
All right. Anything else on the trip, boys?
Holy shit! Wait, guys, how much is? Let's say 65 kilograms.
In what, pounds? You mean?
Yeah.
Like, are you asking a conversion? I have no
143.
idea.
All right, I have to lose some weight. But the average F1 driver is, let's go with the max. Who am I kidding?
Dude, your neck is not nearly thick enough.
You got to start
Dude, I
exercising
have-
that neck.
But I have a decently thick neck though.
You're not like grind. You got to like do the workouts.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Look at this.
Your lats are not nearly big
For
enough.
those who aren't watching on the YouTube, Colin's just
Comes
moving his
flexing
neck
his
around,
throat.
Look at that.
doing neck ups.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean,
look at that. Look at
it's
that. Look at that definition.
that definition is like a tendon that holds your.
Yeah,
that allows
tendons
you
are
to move your
fucking
head.
muscle, dog. I'm jacked. Yeah, look at that. I'm mogging John, dude.
What are you talking about, dude? Mine's big.
Look at that shit. I'm fucking. It's aces, dude. You're getting swept. Actually, dude, I'm kind of sitting pretty for F1 build. Like 5'9", like 160. I'm Gucci, dude.
It's never too late. Go in a go-kart right now. Just calling a bunch of like 8-year-olds just around the track.
You think they're gonna be my size?
Nah, man.
Absolutely not.
Nobody's like.
Have you seen?
Nobody's like 6 foot 230.
Valtteri Bottas. Actually, no, he's sneaky skinny.
And sneaky short.
Yeah.
There's only 2 tall guys since George Russell, and actually, I think
Ocon's-
Albon's
Albon's
sneaky
tall.
big.
Yeah.
Ocon's the tallest.
Yeah, but Albon's sneaky, like kind of built too. I think
I'll
Albon.
be
Like,
so for real.
You need
None
like a
of them.
Yuki who's like 5'3". Like that's the dream.
None of them are super built. You can't have that much muscle. I got
No,
bigger
you
lats
can be,
than
but
all.
I think Albon might have the most. So
Oh, look how
I've
high
watched
he
that
is.
kid play tennis, and Drive to Survive. He looks like
They
he's more
play
built
pickleball
than
all
the
the
other guys.
time.
Yeah, he seems stronger than the other guys.
All right.
in my-
Honestly,
All right,
Carlos,
I have
feel like would be the
a
biggest.
shirtless pickup.
You have a shirtless pickup.
Carlos, do you don't think is?
I'll be
bigger?
real, Greg. He looks very twinky. He's twinkish.
Really? Wow. All right. Not the vibe I was getting from Drive to
Oh,
Survive.
George Russell, such a twink.
Give me Carlos Sainz.
Okay.
Dude. All right. Watching Drive to Survive from the last season.
Ooh, okay. I
Carlos.
mean, he's still twinky because, like, guys, the thick neck is fooling you because you can't see what's underneath, especially when they're in the halo. Their neck is disproportionately more muscular than their whole body. Like, Science for sure has some definition, but it's all lean muscle mass. I hate to harp on this word. I'm logging their biceps, dude. They got no triceps.
Just shut up. All right, dude. In Drive to Survive last season,
He's good looking,
Sainz
man.
basically like whips it out in that.
His
season.
cock?
Yeah, dude. When he had the appendectomy surgery, and then there's a whole scene where he just like pulls his pants down and is showing a lot of I don't know what
Wow.
area you call that.
A little something for all the female viewers out there.
Yeah.
And me,
Yeah.
I'm looking it up
Below
right
the
now.
sand
And I'm
lines,
recording
you know
it.
what I'm saying? You're recording it?
Oh yeah. There it is. And we're not anywhere near the cock, dude. You're a prude.
You are a prude.
You're looking up that scene from
Yeah.
Drive to Survive?
I mean, it's for
man.
sure the navel. Was it the nave?
We're getting into the V. You know?
We're in the V. We're deep in the V.
Pelvic region.
We're deep in the V.
We're deep in the V.
In those tongue gutters, you know?
Oh wait, hold on. This TikTok is saying that Carlos
Where's
Sainz's
Colin?
pubes were out. So we're definitely closer than I initially thought. But it appears Carlos has in fact a deeper penis than maybe I initially anticipated.
A deeper penis.
Like
Wow.
it's lower on the body.
Hmm.
This is the analysis that the people come here for.
Yeah.
This is the goods.
Yeah.
We're
We basically bypassed the whole
Dude,
fact that, like,
he
in the last
is-
race, Max tried to drive into another car.
And we're
And
talking about
Carlos Sainz from
almost
last
whipping out his
year,
dick.
whipping out his dick.
Dude, he's
And,
really
like,
getting the
was it
most out of
second?
this. There's this picture of him and Norris like afterwards, and like he's pulling that shit like down to like the base of the pubes.
Yeah,
And
for
like
everyone who hasn't watched
he
the show yet.
shaves too. So like
Okay.
that's saying
Well,
something.
Carlos, you know what, Carlos? He's Spanish. Okay.
Fair.
I think that makes up for
Fair.
it.
They're
You know?
speedo guys over
Yeah,
there.
they want to show off. He is quintessential old Spanish money. What I look at, anytime they show him, he's just in the Spanish villa overlooking the ocean, and you're like, wow, that's amazing.
Or he's on a golf course with his dad.
Yeah.
Guys, I
They
got
showed
bad
that, like,
news.
10 times.
What?
I don't think we're getting signs on this podcast. We're talking too much about his penis.
Well, I mean, we're only positive things. Rave
Yeah.
reviews.
Yeah, the V looks
I didn't
good,
even-
man. The V looks good.
Yeah,
the
Didn't say one
manscaping.
disparaging comment.
Yeah, I just said he almost
Dude,
whipped it out.
Bottas was fully naked in one of the seasons.
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah,
ass.
but dude, the Scandinavians, the Finnish, the Danish just do that. My mentor when I got into the corporate world was a Danish man who loved getting naked and jumping into public bodies of water. So they just do that.
That also might be him, but
Well, it's
Okay.
two now.
Valtteri
well,
Bottas,
he was
6-year-old
in a
boss.
sauna with one other man.
And also Valtteri's other boy, his very straight friend that was also getting naked with him in water.
You guys think we don't get naked together enough?
Thank you. I've been saying this and I'm getting shut down.
Well, these guys seem to get naked with each other a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Like what? Throwing it back all the way to Rudy. You know what? He was in love twice with 2 other men. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if we don't love each
You
other.
don't
enough.
think you don't think Pete saw Rudy wearing nothing but the jacket he gave him for his birthday?
that and a jock strap while they're after
Yeah.
playing football together.
Boots.
So yes, Greg, I do think we don't get naked enough together.
I did think about while we were on the trip, I did think about doing the thing where, like, when you go to piss and you just pull your pants all the way down so your ass is out. I did think about doing that while I was pissing in the woods.
Oh, I was like, what, in the bathroom while you're alone? Who cares? Take your pants off then.
Yeah, when I was peeing and everyone was clapping for me.
We did that.
Guy shit.
We clapped for you? When was that?
That was today. Or no, not today. The last day.
Today?
I wasn't there for
last-
that.
No.
So
Or
I
you might
would
have
have
been in the
clapped.
house too.
I would have clapped.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think I was clapping.
People were clapping for me. You know, it's no big deal. It's something I do every day.
You know what, Colin? We
must have been a
both
great
missed
pee.
out on it. We both missed out on it.
Greg, I'll get naked with you.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't want to just get naked for that being naked sake.
No, I
We
mean,
go to
but
the
like-
sauna, we're
If next podcast, me and Greg are naked.
Done. You guys ever wanted? I mean, it's probably more difficult for you guys because you guys are together in person. I should just podcast naked from bottom down, just for the hell of it, the little thrill.
Yeah, and then we won't know until you go to the bathroom or go to the kitchen or something.
You might never know. It's just a little secret from me.
It's always fun when you have your work clothes on, and then we see you get up, and it's just gym shorts.
Or pajama
It always
pants.
hits.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll start potting naked just for me.
It'll also be funny when like Jess comes home like mid pod, one of those times, and she goes, "Why the fuck are you naked?"
Colin's just bottoms,
Yeah.
no bottoms.
It's just
jerking it.
bare ass legs, but still like tall socks from work.
Honestly, the worst part is I wouldn't want to be naked in this chair.
It's so
like
it would
wood.
be too uncomfortable.
Yeah. My ass would be like
It
stuck
would be,
to it.
it'd be really cold, and then it would get sweaty.
Yeah, you'd be like peeling your skin off. It's
Yeah,
one of
excuses. Just get naked, dude.
those.
See, you don't want to get naked. That's a fine, but
Yeah.
don't harp on it.
I mean, I'll get naked with my boys. Dude.
Again,
You guys have
it's at the time. We're not in the sauna. I don't
We
think
weren't in the
Valerie
sauna
is
in
getting
Hawaii.
naked with his friends when they're just
Did you-
making podcasts.
Did you not see my balls enough in Hawaii? Did you not get enough?
It's been like 4 years, man. It's been a whole
He
presidency.
hasn't got his fill.
He's forgotten what they look like.
I yearn for the balls.
I must have flashed balls sooner than that.
I yearn for the balls.
I remember
I feel like that could probably end the podcast. I yearn for the balls. Anybody-
Yeah, and Colin, I've seen your dick like 2 years ago, dude. In the WeHop parking lot when I came out of the porta potty, you just had
I
your
was
dick
thinking
out.
about if I was thinking there's another time after that.
I think that was the most recent.
Why ended there?
Like, it's not like we never see each other naked.
No, but why is it always me? Why am I never? Why don't I ever get to look? It's always Colin gives, but I never get to take.
Dude, my balls were out the entire trip.
Doesn't fucking work. What about Greg, you selfish bitch?
My balls usually stay in my pants, man.
You
I guess. I don't know.
can't be prude. You can't be prude and then go, why don't I see your balls enough?
Well, I want to see your balls more, and I don't want you to see mine.
Next time
He's a little voyeur.
next time we go to the cabin, I'm bringing shrooms. We're gonna have Greg's sexual awakening.
I don't know if I want to do that.
That's not a good advertisement for.
I'm bringing shrooms for a sexual awakening. Jesus.
It could just be like you could like come out like like super confirmed in your current like beliefs. Like yeah, I am who I am.
What do you mean my beliefs? What do you think's gonna happen to me in there?
It's an awakening. I don't know. It's not to me. So it's how like Luke Skywalker saw the ghost of Darth Vader in Forest. John knows what I'm talking about. John knows what I'm talking about.
That one.
I guess I can't argue with it. Yeah, I guess I just gotta pull my dick out more.
There we go.
Yeah,
I mean,
Greg,
it was the perfect time.
Greg, you
If
either
not, that's
show
when.
me your balls more, or I make you have a sexual awakening in the woods in Vermont.
What do you do with the image of my balls in your brain?
Nothing. It's just a little checkbox.
when we go back to play Survivor, like the real version, we're gonna have a ball contest, like of just showing balls. Like you can win an immunity idol if you just show balls. Hang brain.
I'm okay with that.
What about Shad?
Might be tough to like invite the spouses.
No, it's their fault for looking.
Yeah, we only do this on the guy tribe.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, doing a guy and a girl tribe is so funny. With the sole purpose of showing each other our balls.
That's the reason for the whole game. That's what we're doing it for.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Well, I think we can wrap this one up here. Please, everyone, subscribe at sochoicepodcast. We're on all social media. Please listen to this episode many times. Watch every YouTube video many times. We stream some Thursdays, on Twitch at sochoicepodcast. And we will catch you guys next week.
It's a choice.
Peace.